After spending the past 25 years as a chef in Australia, I've always been intrigued by our dynamic food culture. My passion is Thai, and after learning from my Thai family the delicate balance of Thai food, I've decided to leave our restaurant here in Warrandyte, just on the outskirts of Melbourne, Australia, and head to Thailand to travel the entire country for inspiration. Please, join me. I started my journey on the southeastern coast of Thailand, just near the Cambodian border, a place steeped with culture, history, architecture, and of course, really great food. I think I've found myself in one of the most quaint streets in Thailand, a historic street in Chantaburi, along the river. It's absolutely incredible, and I've parked myself right here alongside this lady who's selling these khanom. It's like a sticky rice and young coconut wrapped in the leaf that they thatch roofs with and then grilled over charcoal, but I'll have that later. What I'm going to cook now is Pad Thai Gung Gap Gai, which is a Pad Thai using chicken and prawn, and the noodles are actually made right here in this area. So let's get started. So first we'll just light our gas. Okay, Pad Thai is very simple, but you have to watch it and you have to stir regularly. Okay, we're going to start with just a few tablespoons of oil. And the first thing to cook is some garlic, but not on too high a heat. And just let the aromatic characteristics of the garlic come out. And once you can smell the garlic, we add the chicken and the prawn. Busy little street. Sawadee krap. And then next we add some tofu. The tofu adds a lovely chew to the dish, and always Pad Thai tofu. Next we're going to add the noodles, and the noodles have been soaked in water. Really important when you're making Pad Thai to soak the noodles in water overnight, and that way you don't have to add any more liquid to the dish. To that we add 1 egg, just cracked in. Just move the egg around, let it cook before you stir it through the rest of the noodles. Okay, some tamarind. Tamarind makes it nice and sour. And then a touch of brown sugar. Just about 1 teaspoon is perfect. And then we add some fish sauce. Some oyster sauce, just a tablespoon. And then we finish the dish using some garlic chives, just torn up. Turn off the heat. Some bean shoots, mix through. And then the final ingredient, just some pickled daikon. Just have a quick taste. Splash more fish sauce. And it's ready to go. Okay. Now, whenever you're serving any type of noodle dish, I always suggest using tongs and then lift the noodles out of the wok, and then when you put them down, give them a bit of a twist just to give it some extra height, and then let all the goodies land on top. Okay, to finish that off, a couple of wedges of lime, some more fresh bean shoots on top, and some of the whole garlic chives that you just pick up and chew. Really simple. And then some peanuts over the top. And there you have it, Pad Thai Gung Gap Gai, right here in the most amazing street in Chanthaburi. One of the most important ingredients in Thai cooking is fish sauce. Chantaburi is home of the Mega Chef factory, which is known for making the purest of fish sauce. I met with factory export manager Kun Apichat, who showed me how it's made. 35 tonnes of fresh local anchovy is mixed with water and sea salt and then left to dissolve and clarify naturally for 2 years. So this is the fish sauce directly from the fermentation tank. After 2 years, it is so pure, so clean, it's ready to drink right now. Aloy, very nice. When the fish sauce is ready, it's simply pumped and strained into bottles, each tank producing 45,000 litres of fish sauce. I was so pleased to see the quality control that the team has put into place, where the elimination of impurities, additives and preservatives is of utmost importance to suit the ever-increasing demand for quality from the global consumer. After the break, I visit one of the most vibrant night markets in Thailand before heading across to Hua Hin beach to continue my quest for the ultimate seafood experience. One thing I love in Thailand is the nightlife. With warm evenings every night, it's so easy to escape the house and soak up the vibrancy of the evening. Fresh produce, drinks, exotic dishes, and some of the most incredible sweets. When you're in Thailand, absolutely important that you try this dessert. It's called Nam Kang Sai, which is a dessert full of all these wonderful ingredients. There's tomatoes and lotus stems. We've got taro, and we've got basil seeds that are soaked in water as well. And it's so healthy. Lots of nutrition, chewy, coconut milk on top, and then some shaved ice. Fantastic, don't walk past it. Hoppen kapi. This is one of the best things I've seen. This great kitchen outdoors, busy and bustling, everyone working so hard. It reminds me so much of the energy of my kitchen back home. Amongst the hustle and bustle, I saw these two delightful kids making kalgriap pak mo. It's a mixture of coconut cooked in palm sugar and then wrapped in a thin steamed crepe. I was amazed to see these young kids with such skill and taking care of the family business while Mum was taking her dinner break. Okay, now we see from the expert, someone who really knows how to do this. Are you tarai nong? 12. She's only 12 years old and she does it like a master. It's been an absolute delight to visit Chantaburi. I've been blown away with the hospitality of the people and such a privilege experiencing the food. Now, it's time to continue my journey. Just a short journey due west across the Thailand Gulf is Hua Hin. White sandy beaches, restaurants and places of spirituality. It's a fantastic place for people who are seeking a more relaxed style of holiday. The beaches are host to some of Thailand's most amazing resorts. I wanted to visit the Marrakesh resort, where Chef Kunjina is a master of fruit carving, a culinary skill Thailand is famous for. Okay, so as you saw in the kitchen, this is an absolute masterpiece, and Kunjina, the chef here, she's prepared all those dishes and placed them inside these ornate fruit carvings. Now each one of these can take up to half an hour to make, which I don't even think we'd even attempt in Australia. I think we'd just keep it nice and simple. The red duck curry inside the melon, and over here we've got a prawn that's been cooked in the coconut milk, served inside the pumpkin. So beautiful, amazing. Now over here we have the rice, which is served inside this banana leaf that's been carved. It's so beautiful. Great way to present food. But this is really cool. I love this. Now this pineapple here, it's only one in the world. You can't find it anywhere else. And then what's so unique about this pineapple is that you can actually take the pieces of pineapple and just pluck them like that from the pineapple. It's so easy to eat. Kunjina, thank you so much for doing this for us. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Okay, enjoy.
The Marrakesh backs onto long white sandy beaches that stretch for miles, and it's lined with some of Thailand's most amazing seafood restaurants. I've decided to set up poolside to cook one of my favourite seafood recipes.
And this dish we call pad grapao. Now pad grapao means it's a stir fry, and grapao is the holy basil that's being used in this dish. It's the only basil to use in this dish. The one we're doing today is a pad grapao gung gap plamuk, which is prawn and calamari. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we need is some oil and a very hot wok. So my wok's been heating now for about 2 minutes, and I'll just place the oil into a nice hot wok. Nice and hot. And what you're looking for is the breath of the wok. So just like a slight fume look coming up from the oil. Next ingredient we do is the garlic, just roughly chopped. Don't use the minced garlic, use some nice fresh crunchy garlic. The garlic goes in, and then the chili, Thai dish chili. Lots of chili. I've got about 4 little bird's eye or bullet chilies to go in here. This one will get the taste buds going. Stir that around for a little bit. We only want to let the aromatics come out of the garlic and out of the chili before we add the seafood. And the first one we're adding here is the prawn. And then once the prawns have had just a little bit of time in the chili, we add the calamari as well. The calamari is being cut so that when it goes into the fry pan, it will roll up. I'll just give that a minute to cook, and I just want to show you the calamari we're using. Now these calamari, a little tiny baby calamari, and they're really beautiful, very tender. Don't use the really large squid or the large calamari. And these tiny little prawns here, really fresh, great prawns to use. Just peel them and throw them in. Okay, now that that's had a little minute to cook, we add our sauces. Now there's 3 different sauces that we use in this dish. The first one is a dark soy. It just adds some colour to the dish. It doesn't add a great deal of flavour. It's more about the colour from this dark soy. We add a tablespoon of sugar and just give that a stir, maintaining that high heat in the wok. Then we have the oyster sauce, approximately 2 tablespoons of the oyster sauce. And then the fish sauce, the nam pla, about a tablespoon of that. Now once the prawns and the calamari are just set, not overcooked, just set, we add the grapao, the basil, the holy basil. It is so lovely, so fragrant and soft, and you can buy it from most good Asian grocers. Make sure you're nice and generous with the grapao as well.
When you're making a dish like this, so full of flavour and character, sweetness and all of the basil, just serve it with plain jasmine rice. Don't go overboard with coconut rice, it'll just spoil the dish. And there you have it, a really great dish to eat poolside. Chili basil prawn and calamari, pad grapao gung gap labuk. When we return, we visit the Hua Hin night markets, and I make a hot, fiery prawn dish, the Thai version of prawn ceviche.
So we're down here at Hua Hin Beach. It's a lovely summer's day. And what a better day to make a fresh prawn salad. Now this prawn salad is just simple. Fresh, crunchy prawns, tossed in some fish sauce, a little bit of lime juice and chili and garlic, and that's it. It's really, really simple. So let's get started. So we've got these fresh prawns and we actually picked them up just 5 meters from where I'm sitting right now. All you have to do is take off the head and then really simply peel it. It takes all of a few seconds. Make sure that we leave the tail on. Just that last little bit of the tail just adds to the garnish of the dish. It makes it present a little bit better. Then place it down on the board, run the knife around the back of the prawn, and then we remove the vein from the back. These prawns are so clean and fresh, there's almost nothing to remove. And then what we need to do is we soak them in some ice water. I've got some other ones I've prepared here before. So we take about 6, 7, even 10 prawns, depending on how many people you're catering for, and we throw those into some ice water. Now the ice water, it's going to make them really firm and go nice and crunchy, because you don't want a soft prawn, you want to have that mouthfeel, it crunch on the tooth. And then to take some of the residue off the prawn, we just add a little bit of vinegar, just white vinegar, not too much. If you add too much vinegar, what it will do is make the prawns taste like vinegar. We just want to take away that residue from the prawn. Give those a quick rinse and then we tip it off. Now, to take away from the vinegar flavour, we're just going to add a little bit more fresh water and give it one more rinse. We've got some of our friends here who are sitting right next to me who are actually, they ride horses up and down the beach on Hua Hin. You can jump on the back and go for a trip anytime. And I was thinking I might get him to come over and taste this after, and I'll see if I get his approval. Okay, so we take those out from the ice, pick out all of the prawns. Okay, now, our next ingredient, nam pla, or also known in Australia, we call it fish sauce. So I've got this beautiful fish sauce, and what we do is we actually douse them, completely douse them in fish sauce, and don't hold back. After they've been sitting in the fish sauce for about half an hour, we actually take them out from the fish sauce and strain it off. So it doesn't matter if there's a little bit excess, make sure they're really well doused. Okay, so they've now been sitting here for about half an hour and the fish sauce has gone into the prawns, and this is where we take that fish sauce off. I'm just going to tip it over here. And then what we do is add some of these fresh limes. Now in Thailand, they actually don't use a lot of lemons. Lime is the most common citrus fruit. So if you're at the markets in Australia, don't worry about the extra $1 for the lime, grab it because it gives the flavour of that authenticity to the dish, okay? So we squeeze some lime juice on, use your hands. As long as they're clean, they're fine. It helps to push the flavours into the prawns properly. And after butterflying them, we just let them sit there for a little minute. We take some fresh cabbage. Now when I first started cooking Thai food, I never thought they would have used cabbage in Thailand, but it's actually a really common vegetable. It adds lovely sweetness and crunch to every dish, and we just put a little bit of the cabbage on the plate. After we've done that, we take the prawns and lay them out and take some time to present them beautifully, because it is one of those dishes that are plated up where it gives your guests a little like, oh yeah, that looks so beautiful, and really want to eat it. Okay, once they've been presented on the plate, we take this, it's actually a bitter melon. They're very, very bitter, but they're so delicious. They're actually really, really good for diabetes as well, but when you eat them, make sure that you have something salty or something sweet to complement the bitterness of this melon. And what we've done is we've actually just taken the centre out of the melon and then cut it into these beautiful little pieces. And the great thing about that is they're easy to eat, nice and thin, but they also present the plate beautifully, almost like a flower. And then on top, chili and garlic. Now, do not hold back on the garlic. This dish, you need the garlic to really give it a unique individual flavour. Don't hold back, please. And the chili as well. It's Thailand, use chili. Nice and hot, lots of flavour. And then a little squeeze more of the fresh lime on top. Then we finish it with a little bit of mint, just picked mint randomly placed here and there, And that's it. It's really simple. When you pick it up, you grab some of the mint and the bitter melon, a little bit of the garlic and the chili, throw it in, maybe a glass of Riesling or maybe a beer, sitting on the beach. Couldn't be better. So now that we've finished that, I'm just going to ask someone to come and taste this. Nong choi na krap, chimได้ไหมครับ? Okay. So this young man here, he rides the horses every day up and down the beach. Thought I'd give him a break from his daily life. Here we go, mate.
Yeah.
Have a go at that. Okay.
Really good. Perfect.
Perfect.
อร่อยมากครับ
ครับ
Professional.
Yeah, professional.
If you visit Hua Hin and miss the night market, you may well have missed Hua Hin. Amazing colour and movement, you can find almost anything to buy. Surrounded by all of the produce that Thailand is famous for, that's exactly the reason I came here.
So amongst all the hustle and bustle of Hua Hin, with all the music and all the lights, they've got this premium seafood. They've got prawns the size of footballs.
The smells are just incredible. Smoky, sweet, aromatic, fresh and so delicious. People cook with passion and skill, and all on portable cooking stations, which they set up and pack down every night. It's just incredible.
And one of the most amazing things you'll find right here at the Hua Hin market is the gai yang, which is a grilled chicken. And Nong Juk here has been grilling this all day. She works here every day. A whole chicken splayed out, grilled, just marinated simply in some pepper, garlic, some soy sauce and some fish sauce. Cook it for about 20 minutes. It is absolutely delicious. It's such a privilege to be here. Thank you, Tap. So I've been waiting in the line for these because they're so popular. These kanom krok are a really traditional Thai pancake, and they're actually made from like ground up cooked rice with coconut milk and sugar, and they're just simply fried. They're so delicious when you're in Thailand.
On the next episode of Duncan's Thai Kitchen, we travel to Bangkok, where we visit a royal residence, have a lesson in red curry paste from an Iron Chef, cook some quick and tasty street food, and make a traditional Massaman curry. Look forward to seeing you then.